what's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time. And welcome to Let's Chat and Jam. But folks, let me just explain this to you today. For those folks that see us live today, what we're doing is we're recording this show in segments because I have a lot of places to send this stuff to. So I'm going to interview Demita, that's her name, but listen, I'm going to edit all this out, so don't worry about it, folks. You're going to see the background, this behind the scenes, all sorts of stuff that you can only see on YouTube. So I'm only doing this for those YouTube fans that love watching stuff live, even the bloopers, and that's what you're going to see right here tonight, because I make a lot of bloopers, folks. Yes, I do. Anyway, so let me start all over again. Thanks for tapping in to Undiscovered Gems right here. If you're listening to us, it's a Tuesday and it's a 6 a.m. or 8 p.m. because I have two times we show we play this music in this show. And I want to say thank you for everybody who's tapped in to Undiscovered Gems for the last almost over a year now. Going on 2. We've been rocking this for 83 episodes, folks. That's right. This is 83 of Undiscovered Gems. And if it is a Tuesday, then you're only on the Block 105 radio. So I want to say thank you for coming through and tapping in every week that you guys do. It's really cool. I'm really appreciating everybody's ears and eyes. So if you're watching me here on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, it doesn't matter. I'm there. Thank you for coming there with me. So, folks, I think that I know talent when I see talent or hear talent. I really do. I've always said this, but you guys know this. And so, I'm part of this group. It's called The Network, folks. That's right, The Network. And that's what we do is we go out and we look for talent and we highlight them. And we push their product, and we push their brand, and we push their sound, and we push their videos. We push them in your faces, folks. That's right. We like to put them in your faces. And so because I'm MC Andrew Love, and this is what I do, I put people in your face. I thought this is a great place to join forces with because that's what I already do. And so in this group, there was an artist who came through, and I'm trying to tell you something, folks. This lady here, she got skills. I'm digging the vibes. She is one of a kind, folks. She really is. And her name, well, let me tell you something. She's from Tennessee, folks. And she's been making music, she's been making music for a while now. She really has. She's got dope material out that you can go tap in on all platforms. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Deezer, Pandora, iHeartRadio. The list goes on and on. Wherever there's streaming going on, she's in the middle of it. I'm telling you something, folks. This lady here, she's got skills. She's probably the illest singers I have heard in quite a while. I'm talking about natural talent. This lady here, when she sings, you listen. You have no choice because she's that good. And she sings regular lyrics. Words, folks. Words that you can understand. Not that mumble stuff. She actually sings words. And I'm telling you something, man. I'm very honored and elated that she happened to have the time to come through Let's Chat and Jam. And y'all should be too. When you see this video, either on the replay or whenever you see this, you gotta be elated that she had the time to stop through. She really did. So, folks, without further ado, let me introduce you to the one and the only Demita.
Hey, everybody. How you doing out there in TV land, YouTubers? How you doing?
All right, man. So tell the folks, Demita, what you been up to?
Well, I have been up to a lot. I released my first EP back in 2019 titled Blueprint of a Diva. I've recently done a show where I opened up for the group radio, Grammy Award winning group radio at City Winery in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm originally a Nashville native, now living in Clarksville, Tennessee, and currently working on two more songs to be released in the month of August.
It's dope. I'm digging the vibes. I really am. And it just so happens that I know that your husband is the guy behind the sounds.
He's the guy behind the man behind the magic.
He is the
He makes
man
the
behind the
magic.
magic.
That's correct. Yes.
And folks, if you ain't heard her music yet, I don't know what y'all doing. You must be sleeping or something. Under rocks, maybe. You need to get up from under those rocks because I'm telling you something, folks. Demita, she's got a sound on her like no other. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
She has her own style, folks. She got her own sound. She don't sound like nobody else. When you hear this first song that's coming up soon, you're gonna know exactly why I had to get her on the show because you're gonna be like, "Oh, MC Angela Love, you did it again." Danita, man, I'm so honored that you came through the show, man. I really am.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the platform that you guys are laying out, especially you and the network TV, my network TV family. You guys just don't know how big of an honor it is for me and how grateful and humbled I am to be a part of such a great network of beautiful people.
I'm just glad that I was asked to be a part of the network myself because if I wasn't, then I wouldn't have met you. So it all works out. It really does.
Thank
And
you so much.
folks, nah, thank you so much. Matter of fact, folks, when you hear her music and when you see her videos, you're going to understand why I keep saying thank you. You're going to understand. This lady here is a star, man. If you don't know it, because you haven't heard her music yet, you ain't seen her videos, you ain't tapped in. So go on, tap in real quick and
Tap,
go
tap,
check
tap.
out Danita. Because I'm telling you something, folks. I'm telling you something. When you type in Denita, she pops right up. This lady here is in the algorithms. You understand that? There are some folks out here that I've typed in their names and they don't pop up. But Danita was one of the first Danitas to pop up. And I'm pretty sure there's millions of Danitas out here, but there's only one you.
That's
There's
right.
only
That's
one you. And I'm so glad that you got into the music. I really am. I'm so glad that you followed your dreams. You followed your passion. I'm so glad that you did that because you are dope.
thank you.
You're good at what you do. And
Well,
when
to
you
me,
sing, I believe you.
that's my purpose. My purpose is to enlighten, empower, and uplift. Songs that have meaning. Neo soul, old school R&B. I grew up on the Spinners and the OJs and the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire. So that's where my inspiration comes from. Um, I have my favorite artists. I have Jill Scott. I have India Ari. I have Erica Badu. That's who I pattern myself after because I feel like songs should tell a story and have a meaning.
I'm digging the vibes. And you're absolutely correct. Artists, if you're watching this or if you do get the chance to watch this video, I want you to pay attention to that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to clip that out and I'm putting that on Instagram. Artists, all songs must have meaning. That's it. That's it.
That's
End of
correct.
discussion. No story needs to be told after that. It's just simple.
That's correct.
All
You have to basically for me is telling a story. You have to be a storyteller and you have to have meaning behind it.
Thank you so much, Danita, for clearing that up because a lot of artists don't understand it. And I'm talking about some artists that are signed to record labels.
Oh wow.
You know what, though? I can't really fault them, though. I can't really fault them. We had this discussion. See, Danita and I spoke a little earlier today because we was trying to get, figure out what we're going to talk about here today. And one of the things we talked about was how the artists don't have they don't have say in what they do. They don't have control. They don't have creative control when they're
Right.
signed to a record label. And if they do make a song that they want to make for themselves, they can't release it because the label says, nah, that's not it. Go back to the drawing boards. What makes being an independent artist so amazing is that you don't need a label telling you what to do. You don't have that. You're your own label. You're your own brand. You can tell yourself what to do.
That is
So
correct.
and so because of this, you release the songs you've released, and they're all great. All of them.
Thank you.
Every single one of them songs are great, and I like what you do. It's just dope. And folks, you're gonna know what I know when you tap in to Demita. I can't even speak her name because she's so royal. She's such a royalty lady that I'm speaking in gibberish right now.
Just tap, tap, tap in.
Yeah,
DE.
just tap in. I ain't even got to explain
A.
no more.
Yeah. I
So
am
so
on all the social media sites. DEM is in Mary TA.
Demita,
That's correct.
that's awesome. So can I ask you a question, Demita?
Of course you can. I'm here for it all.
Who are some of your greatest influences? Like some of the most iconic influences that moved you. Who are some of those people?
Iconic influences for me would be Etta James, um, Patti LaBelle, Shaka Khan, Aretha Franklin, the OJs, the Spinners, even KC and the Sunshine Band. So I'm a 70s girl. I was born in the 60s, but I'm a 70s and 80s girl to the heart. So anytime that you play 70s and 80s music around me, I'm up, I'm dancing, I'm singing. Because to me, songs that were made back then gave meaning, they gave life, they spoke words of life and inspiration into people. Now, don't get me wrong, the music of today is okay, but some of it I can't relate to, because it's, as my husband and I say, it's out of my demographic. So if it's not in my demographic, I can't relate to it. I can't relate to um, the gang life. I can't relate to uh, being really heartbroken that I'm going to slit a man's tires or bust the windows out of his car. I've never been in that area of my life. Don't get me wrong. I've been angry. I've been heartbroken. I've been sad. But instead of writing a revenge song, I'm gonna write a song about heartbreak and how I healed from it.
That's dope. I'm digging the vibes. So it's not about revenge. I'm not gonna come and smash your windows. Just
No,
not gonna do that.
no.
But I'm gonna move on with my life. I'm gonna carry on. I'm gonna keep on trucking.
As I was always told, the best revenge is success.
Well, you about there now, Demita. You really
Right?
are. It's amazing, Demita. Uh, I have another question. Can I ask you some more questions?
You can ask as many as you want. We're here to let's chat and jam. So let's do it.
So, Demita, I have this. I've wanted to know, what does success mean to you? And
Okay.
it's a two-part question.
Okay.
And with your career so far, could you say that you have been successful, or do you say you're on the verge of being successful?
Okay. Well, success means to me a sense of accomplishment, uh, following my dreams. It doesn't matter what the age is. So to me, that's a part of my success, doing what I've always dreamed of doing, which is a sense of accomplishment, of course. And as my husband and I state all the time, I'm never going to say that I'm successful and I've made it, because we as the human race are constantly evolving. So I'm never going to put myself in a box. I'm never going to put a cap on me, because I'm constantly evolving.
I'm digging the vibes, Demina. So, tell me. I have another. I have a lot of questions, but they're not making sense because I didn't write them down. Hey,
That's all right.
folks.
Let's chat and jam. So let's do it.
Hey, folks. Hey, folks. When you're doing a podcast and you have these questions or these like, I give myself bullet points. I usually do that, but today I was just chilling all day playing video games, knowing I had this interview to come up, and I knowing I should have been prepared with questions. I know I should have read her bios. I know I should have did all that, but I spoke to her this day. I was like, oh, I got all the information I need. I'm good. But then when you smoke a lot of weed, people, what happens is if it messes your brain up a little bit. See, because then you start forgetting stuff really fast, like you're getting old. And I'm 47, so I got age and I smoke weed. It's not a good combination, folks. Please, if you're going to be a podcast host or whatever you do not smoke weed before the show. And if you do smoke weed, make sure you write everything down so that way you don't forget nothing.
That's right.
Because
That's right.
this ain't going on the radio, by the way. This is only for YouTube, folks. So those people that watch this later on, thank you for your eyes. I appreciate it.
That's right.
But Demita, uh, when did you start? Like, when did you realize you had this passion for music? When did you realize this is it? This is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to, yeah, that.
Well, people, I guess, would be shocked to know that I'm a preacher's kid. My father's a pastor of a church. I started sitting at the piano with my grandmother at the age of 3 or 4. She was a classically trained pianist. She was a minister of music at her church for years. And I started out as a choir director for a mass choir when I was about 12 years old. So I had people there that were my mother's age and older. Um, but I've always had a love for music, whether it be gospel. And I didn't grow up in the average, like the average preacher's kid, where you were told that you can't listen to secular music at all. My parents said that God said, we must have life and more abundantly. So I was allowed to listen to secular music. My parents played the spinners, they played the four tops, everything. So I've always been subjected to music all my life, whether it was jazz or classical or opera or R&B or neo soul or old school R&B. It's always been in my blood. So it couldn't help but just run through my veins.
That's dope. Uh, so when did you get into when did you decide that you were going to go professionally with music? When did
Well,
this
I
happen?
I didn't make that decision. My husband did. We've been knowing each other all of our lives, but we were married in 2017. And he made the statement to me that it's time for me to put out my own music. He was like, God gave you a gift. If you sit on it, he'll take it away. So, like I said, we were married in 2017, and I released my first EP 2 years later in 2019.
That's amazing because that song, that EP is fire.
Thank
Hey,
you.
folks, y'all need to check this out, man. Y'all need to check this out. Demita is the shiznit. I'm trying to tell you now. Yeah, y'all don't understand what I'm saying, then you just don't know music. But if you know music and you know good lyricism and good stories, quality content, that's what I gotta say. You guys have quality content. Like I can sit there and watch your videos, and I don't get uh, they don't offend me, you know. And I don't watch your videos and I don't see stripping going on. I see I see classy female artist doing her thing for her fans.
That's the route I'm trying to go. Um, you don't have to be half dressed uh, to make it in the industry. That's why one reason I'm independent. I can make my own choices. I can pick my own wardrobe. I can pick my own music, and I have control over my self esteem. I don't need to show you everything in order to make it in the industry. Like I always say, I may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm someone's glass of cognac. So somebody's gonna like it.
You dang Skippy. Oh, we got somebody that left a message here. They commented on the YouTube live.
Okay.
Uh, Keshonda Patterson said she loves it.
Yay!
Yeah. So Demita, uh, how do you when your husband chooses when your husband makes beats, right? Do you choose beats as he already made, or do you go to him and say, "Hey, I have an idea for a song. Listen to my ideas to see if you can make something from this."
Well, it's a little bit of both. Um, One of the songs that I did, I think it was called Hypnotic. And a lot of people don't realize not only does my husband make beats, but he also plays several instruments. So we didn't do any beat on it. The whole song with Hypnotic is actually acoustic electric guitar. So it's been a couple of songs that he did the beat, and we'll listen to it, we'll lay the tracks down, and I'm like, can you add a violin in there? And he's like, of course, sure. Can you put a flute in here? I can't play instruments. Never known how to play an instrument in my life, and I'm too old to try to figure that out now. But I have a music ear for music, so I'm able to let him know what I think would sound good on top of what he's already done. So whether it's acoustic guitar, tambourines, hand claps, flutes, violins, and we feed off of each other. So if I give him something and it doesn't mesh up, he's like, okay, well, this is not meshing up well. Let's try something else. Let's try a different instrument. So, I tell people as a running joke when we're in the studio, he tells me, go ahead and start the oven anime because Ike and Tina's going to the studio. So, that's our running joke with each other. But we feed off of each other, and sometimes it's hard. People say, well, is it hard working with each other? And I say, no, it's not hard with us working with each other because we both have a mutual respect for each other, and we both respect each other's opinions. If it's something that is in the song that I don't like, I'll, you know, voice my opinion to him, and vice versa. If I'm not hitting the note correctly, he's like, okay, anime, come on, let's do it again. It gets frustrating, but I look at him as my Nicholas Ashford and I'm his Valerie Simpson.
I see. Out of all the people you named, those two are pretty. Those two couples, Ashford and Simpson, right? Yeah,
There's Chris, yeah,
I haven't heard them in a long time. That was "Solid as a Rock." That song,
that's
"Solid as a Rock,"
and
and
that's what
amongst
we
other
are.
songs.
Yes,
So you guys are "Solid as a Rock."
we're solid as a rock.
That's dope, man. Hey, you guys are the living embodiment of black love. That
We try.
still it's still well, you ain't trying. You guys are accomplishing. You're doing the thing. You're doing the thing because you're still together. And to me, you guys you guys been married longer than my wife and I. We're going on 5 years. Come September 15th, will be five
Okay.
years. Yes. This is the longest relationship I've ever been in, folks. Yes, it has. Yes, it is. Longest. It's amazing. It's amazing. You know why I chose her to be with? It's because when we first met, she put me in the friend zone. She had me sit down for like a good 5 years before she got with me. She's like, I don't know you like that, bro. So we need to get to know each other first before
That
we do anything. And so I'm like, well, since you're gonna put me in the friend zone, I'm moving out of Syracuse. I'm going somewhere else. So I
but you
moved
came
out of
back.
town. I moved out of town for like 6 years. That's how long I've been in the friend zone. I moved out of town for like 6 years. I came back. She was ready to talk. She's like, all right, let's go out and have some dates. So we used to meet up. We used to go to a donut shop, get some coffee, go to Subway, eat some subs. We just hanging out. And
Hey,
that's how it happened, man. And next thing you know, we getting married. And yeah, she's dope.
my husband, I feel the same way about him. We've been knowing each other since he was 8 and I was 6. So we grew up together. Our families are like intertwined, and I couldn't ask for a better soulmate.
You may have been your soulmate all this time. You just didn't know it.
No, the word says that you go all the way down the street and around the corner to find the happiness that God has for you. So that's what we did. We had to go down the road. We had to make a few turns. We had to make a few U-turns, the left turn, and yield and stop. But it all worked out in the end.
You gotta send us 3 songs, right? You sending us 3 songs that we can check out on Undiscovered Gems
I
that we
am.
could that we could play for the people.
Yes, sir, we are.
Because I want them to hear your music here on this show because you're dope, and I want my fans to be fans of yours. So, what songs have you sent us, or are you going to send us that we could play for the people?
Well, the first song is the very first song my husband and I did together. It's called Without Your Love. So we'll be sending that one. Of course, we'll be sending Bossing Up. And then we're probably going to send Hypnotic.
Oh, the 3 bangers. All right. So we can start with the first song. Can you tell the folks about this song and how it come about?
Well, Without Your Love, my husband wrote and produced it. It was a song that he had wrote about 20 years ago and just never was able to finish it. So me and him collaborated. Is basically talking about how could you just walk away and leave my love behind? I don't know how I'm going to go on without your love. So it's basically a love letter to your ex
That's dope.
that you should have never let go.
So this song, was it based out of life experiences from
Every
him and
song we
you?
every song we make is out of a life experience.
See, folks, real stories. I got a quote. Who's ready for story time with Demita?
That's right. You ready?
All right, so let's talk about bossing up. Well, before
Bossing
we do
up.
that, before we go all
Um,
that route, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I gotta edit. I gotta make this in the form that I would hear it on the radio, so it'd be easier for me to edit. So let
that's
me
right.
say this. So, folks, we're gonna tap into the first song from Demita and her husband. You know what? What's his name?
Michael Northern.
Michael Northern. And
Yeah.
Demita, we're not saying her last name, folks. Demita's a one-named superstar.
That's
Like
right.
every other one-named artist you've heard is so dope. We're talking Madonna, Beyonce, Tiffany. Yeah. I said Tiffany. Y'all gonna be like, who the hell is Tiffany?
Oh, I
MC?
know. I know who Tiffany is.
Oh, no, she started young too, and now
Yeah.
I've seen her perform in Orlando. She was performing with Salt and Pepper, Naughty by Nature, Debbie Gibson, and New Kids on the Block.
Wow.
Tiffany came out and ripped the stage, man. She's still good, man.
Yeah, she's very talented.
Yeah, God bless her. She's better than Debbie Gibson, I'll tell you that. Yes,
There
I
you go.
said that, folks.
He said that. Y'all got
I
to.
said that. You can quote me on that. You can tell Debbie Gibson I said it myself. You can say, hey, Debbie, MC Andrew Love said Tiffany's better than you. Do you have any comment?
She has
Have
none.
her
'Cause
call
it's
me.
true.
Have her come to Let's Chat and Jam and we'll talk about it.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell her why I think Tiffany's better because Tiffany made me feel her music. Like when I played that record, I think we're alone now.
That's
Doesn't
right.
seem to be anyone around. I thought she was talking to me.
And that's the way it should be. It should gather emotions. It should make you emotional.
Yeah, I used to sing that song all the time. I had that record. I had it on record, vinyl. So I would take the needle and I go right to the last song and just press and let it go. And that's the only song I wanted to hear, though.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Tamita, uh, oh yeah, that's right. I need to intro you. You need to intro that song. That's why I'm recording everything so I can take all the audio. I'm gonna just take all the audio from this and
Okay.
edit it out to the radio show. But then the videos, I'm gonna clip that out and send it to everybody else.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna make it work. And of course, hey Ranu, this message is for you, just in case you see this part. Take out a lot of the frivolous stuff, okay? Don't let them see all the bloopers. Yeah. Hey, folks, for those of you guys that are watching this for the first time, let me explain how I do things. I record for my shows that I do. I record for the podcast and I record for the Undiscovered Gems Tuesdays, every Tuesday on the Block 105 radio show. Then what I do is I download everything off this viewer that I'm using, and then I edit everything. So what you're watching is behind the scenes footage of me recording for my shows. It's what you're watching. You're watching the behind the scenes stuff, folks. So this is why it's cool for me to be on YouTube Live, because I have all my other spots are not on YouTube. So this is why this is on YouTube, so you can see what I do, so you can be a part of it. And this
That's
is
right.
what this is all about. So thank you for the couple that came out here and seeing it live. I do appreciate your time and your eyes. I'm telling you something, folks. Without you, there'd be no Let's Chat and Jam. There'd be no MC Andrew Love. There'd be no Undiscovered Gems. So people like you make my show worthwhile. Thank you so much for tapping in. This is all I do it for anyway. For those few that come to me, it's not about the quantity of people. It's the quality of people. So all I want is for those folks that are active and engaged and like to comment and like to share and like to post. If that's you, then I want you to take whatever you see here and post it all around your friends and your family and send them this link and say, hey, yo, MC Andrew Love is doing something for the community. He's doing something for the music, to the culture. He's helping the culture out by interviewing independent artists. And what I do is I bring them to the show and I make them feel like they are the shiznit. You understand, folks? I make them feel like they are top-notch superstar extraordinaires. And then I send them home whistling Dixie. You know why? Because when they get off the show, they think about, damn, MC Andrew Love said I was dope. I need to go start making more music because I'm dope. And that's exactly what happens, folks. And then what happens? Other podcasters hit them up. Other shows hit them up, talk about, hey, we want to talk to you. This is what happens, folks, when you have passion for what you do. I have passion. And I hope you have passion too, because when you listen to Demita and you check out her music, she's going to make you passionate about what she does, because she's passionate. And not only is she passionate, but Michael's passionate. He's passionate about what he does. And I'm telling you something, folks, that is dope. That is so dope. And I'm telling you, you must gotta enjoy these people, man, while they're here. And give them their flowers, man. Give them their flowers. Go ahead. If you know Demita, if you know her personally, you need to call her up or text her or whatever and say to her, damn, I didn't realize how dope you were. MC Andrew Love pointed out. You are really dope. That's what's happening. And she's really dope. She's really a superstar. She's really going places, folks. If you doubt me, then listen to me. Listen to her. Listen to her music. Listen to her story. Cause she gonna tell you where she came from, folks. She gonna let you know what time it is. But never all that. I gotta bring in the song, man. Hold on, folks. So yeah, hey Demita, we're gonna play this song that you sent to me from you and your husband Michael are two of the illest artists I've ever met. And I know everybody in Undiscovered Gems Land is feeling the same way when they hear this song. So without further ado, folks. Oh, wait. The song is called Forever in Love. No, Love.
Without love.
Without your love? Without love.
Without your love.
Without your love?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta hear that, man. You gotta send that to me so I can tap in and listen to it. I hope it sounds like Reservations for Two with Kashif and Dionne Warwick. I hope it reminds me of that.
Well, it goes a little like, how could you just walk away and leave my love behind? I'm searching for the right words to say. You'll never find another love like mine.
Oh, come on, Demita. Come on. Without your love.
That's correct.
Demita featuring Michael.
That's right.
So, folks, without further ado, right here, Undiscovered Gems, I'm going to play the song Demita featuring Michael, Without Your Love, right now. All right, that song is played. So now we're going to go on to the second song, which is going to be Bossed Up, right? All
Bossing
right,
up. That's correct.
Bossing Up.
Bossing
Yeah,
up.
yeah, because I got another friend. She sang the song Bossed Up. You're bossing up. Okay.
I'm bossing up.
You're bossing up.
That's correct.
All right, here we go. We're gonna start. I'm gonna start doing the second segment.
Okay.
Thanks for tapping in to Undiscovered Gems, everybody. I'm sitting here with Demita, and we just listened to. Well, we didn't just. We just heard a couple of songs in between that. But before that, we heard her song with her husband Michael, which to me is a very beautiful song. And I'll tell you something, Demita. This song made me want to cry.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know how you did it, but you pulled the tears out of my eyes. You made the waters come out.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
not very many artists can do that, Demita.
Oh, well, I feel honored.
Well, I feel honored that you're here on my show because, dang, you're the shiznit.
I appreciate that. All the love. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, you're a dope, man. Unadulterated, unmitigated, purely dope. That's it. Period.
Thank you, sir.
And anybody else, if you don't have to take my word for it, folks. You ain't got to take my word for anything. All you got to do is go tap into Demita on all streaming platforms. I'm talking Spotify, YouTube, because she got videos, YouTube Music, Deezer, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Napster. I don't know if she's on Boom yet, but you know, Boom Play. If y'all don't know what Boom Play is, it's a free app you could download on Android or iPhone, and it's got music from all over the world, including Africa, folks. Check out Boom Play, man. It's pretty dope. But so let's talk about your second song, Bossin' Up.
That's correct. Bossing up.
Can you tell the folks about this song?
Well, bossing up is an anthem for me and all of the people that are considered underdogs, to let them know there's been people in your life. You're going to have people in your life that cut you off. And it's true, you're going to win some and you're going to take a loss. But don't ever let them get in your head. Boss up and keep it moving.
You heard that, folks? Don't let them get in your head. You need to boss up.
That's right, bossing up.
Brush your shoulders off and keep it moving. And I'm definitely I'm be bossing up right now.
That's right, you bossing up right now, Andrew.
Yeah, you got me bossing up. I feel good. I feel good.
That's right. You always stand up straight with your shoulders back. You don't let any negativity. It's basically a song about not allowing any negativity to get in your head. You don't have time. You don't have the energy. If it's not negative, good vibes only. To the left, as Beyonce say, to the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box to the left.
That's what I said to my ex-wife. Get out of here to the left.
Exactly. You put
Go
all
out
of
the
your
back door,
negativity.
not the front.
You take the negativity from here and here and here. You bundle it up, put it in a ball, put it in a box, sip it, seal it, throw it away.
So it's like cleaning out your chakras.
There you go, creating a whole new feng shui. But nothing but
Yeah.
positivity.
And it reminds me of when I was watching Bad Boys. Woosah.
Or,
I could
you know,
I could,
numb your whole Rengekio. Tina,
yeah.
remove all negativity.
So, folks, without further ado, I'm going to play the song Bussin' Up, and it's coming up right now. All right. That's it there. Now I can get that out the way. Last segment of Undiscovered Gems. It's about your last song.
Okay.
What song was that again?
Hypnotic.
Hypnotic. See, I drank too much of that when I was younger, which is probably why I can't remember shit now. Hypnotic and Alizé, what they call it, Incredible Hawk.
There you go. Of
Oh,
course
well,
it
Hawk
is.
put me on my ass a few times. Yes, he
Of
did.
course.
He
Yeah,
picked me up and threw me across the room, told me to sit down.
exactly. And don't move and shut up.
Because if you get up, you're going to be calling Earl tonight.
That's right.
You don't want to call Earl.
Or praying to the porcelain god, so you don't want to do that.
I've done that numerous times when I was younger.
Me
And,
too. I
those are
think
the days. Those are the days where you're like, God, please, God, please.
if you get me through this, I won't drink again.
I won't drink no more, God. I won't drink no more. I promise,
Correct.
Lord. I promise. And of course, in about a week later, you're back at it again.
There you go.
But this time, you're like, I'm not drinking it straight this time. I'm putting a chaser in it.
Exactly.
But I quit drinking years ago because I realized it was killing my body. So I'm like, no more drinking for me.
None.
When I get high, I'm gonna get high off of life, man.
And that's the way it should be.
That and some bunch of weed, man, because that's all I do is smoke weed. You know why? I had back surgery back in the day. My back is all messed up, so I smoked the weed for the pain.
That's all right. Self medication and self preservation is the first law of human nature.
Well, I'm preserving myself.
If you don't preserve you, no one else will, and they won't expect They won't respect your boundaries. So you have to set boundaries. You have to set limits, and you have to set an example of how much access you allow people to have for you, because everybody that comes into your space is not good for your space. Some say they come to follow you and support, but others are surveillance cameras, is the way I look at it.
Surveillance cameras.
That's right.
Wow. Hypnotic, man. Hey, folks, you need to go over there to Spotify, because every song that Demita had mentioned to us is over there on Spotify and any other streaming platforms that you want to check out at. So whatever favorite streaming platform you have, that's where Demita is. So if you're checking out, let me give you a letter that starts with a D. Dino. Remember Dino?
I do, from the Flintstones.
No, not that guy.
Are you talking about Dino from H-Town?
No, not even him. This guy, Dino, he sang that song, everything. Where he said, I like it. Some white dude, but you don't remember him. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I'm half white, man, so I listen to everything under the sun.
So that's my husband. I tell him he's the whitest black man I know. So yeah.
It's funny. My ex-girlfriend told me she was the last black man she was ever going to date. She's darker than me.
Oh wow.
She's darker than me. She's darker than you. She's darker than your husband. And talking about I'm the last black man she's going to date. So what are you telling me? That all you date are white guys? Straight Caucasian.
Good luck with that.
She's been single for the rest of her life, man. She ain't been with nobody since.
Exactly. Her choice. Her loss.
Yeah. But that's going to be edited too. So, folks, glad you're on YouTube watching us, because you ain't going to hear that back again. So enjoy this video right now that's on YouTube, because it's going to stay on YouTube. I'm not going to get rid of it. You can watch this at your leisure at any time. At any time. Thank you. Make sure you go tell everybody about what I do here at Let's Chat and Jam, and how I give artists the platform and I give people their music. It's what I do. Check me out every Tuesday on the Block 105 Radio, 6 p.m. Oh, it's 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. They're new times for me. I'm just still trying to get used to them. But check that out. Tomorrow is going to be a great show. You're going to enjoy it. The only person talking on there is me tomorrow. But next week, you'll be the first guest on my radio show after a hiatus. It's going to be dope. So anyway, folks, let's talk about the last song you sent us, Hypnotic. Ooh. Every time I say the word hypnotic, I think of the drink, and I just want to get smashed faced. But I'm not going to do that anymore, folks, because I quit drinking. So I hope Hypnotic is not about the alcohol. What is it about?
It is definitely not about the alcohol. Hypnotic is coming from a special place in my heart. So it was written by myself, my husband, and another songwriter. She's an independent artist too. Her name is Cole Janique.
Shout
Uh,
out.
and we all collaborated, and it's basically saying, I want to thank you for taking a chance. So basically, taking a chance for me and loving me the right way, and you have nothing to worry about.
Hey, shout out, Mike, because you got your wife singing all these love songs.
He does.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing
I
wrong with
can't. I
love.
can't
And
sing. I can't sing anything that I'm heartbroken or I got a cheating man. I can't sing about that because that's not what I'm experiencing in my marriage. I got love and happiness. So, if you want to tell the story of my life, you just might as well, turn on Love and Happiness by Al Green because that describes how I feel about my marriage.
that's amazing. That's amazing. Hey, folks, you hear this? Yeah, that's the right way. Right over here, this lady to my left. I think she's to my left. To your right, whatever side that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this lady here is showing us that it's possible. It's possible for a woman, a black woman of 2023 to have a black husband, a man, 2023 that would love her, cherish her, and to be devoted to her and allow her to be herself without trying to change her. He takes her for flaws and all, and vice versa. She took him for flaws and all. And that's all we have to do as people is just accept each other as people and not trying to change one another. Because why? Oh, you're not what I thought you was going to be, so you must change for me to accept you. Nah, you should have known that about the person before you met him. That's why you take your time with a person. You don't rush into a relationship. You make it work. You make it last. You take your time. And once that day comes when you realize, yes, you are that person, that's when you lock it in. That's when you
I
lock
think
it in.
I think people get the wrong idea about love. Love is not about money. And a lot of women get it mixed up. I would rather have a man to make my mind first, and then the body will follow.
That's dope.
If you can keep me intrigued here, that's it. And my husband is very analytical. We have very good conversations. He's a great conversationalist. He keeps me on my toes. He's my yin to my yang. Um, and this is the first time that I've ever been married that I actually was willing to be the submissive wife because
Wow.
because I know he knows how to lead. So if it's
Go, Mike. Get it.
and then he leads, if he follows God, then I have no problem being submissive and following him.
Well, to me, it sounds like he's God fearing all the way around, and,
Very much
and
so.
that's important. It really is. Shout out to Mike. Shout out for everything you're doing over there in Tennessee. I love you, and I don't even know you like that, but that's it's dope because Demita's happy, and we're happy as music lovers. We're happy
Yeah.
because you're giving us some of you're sharing Demita with the world is what you're doing, and I want to thank you for that. But I also want to thank Demita because if he can't, he can lead the horse to water, but he can't make the horse drink. So he could have said to you, Demita, you got to go out, you got to do your thing, you got to make music. You could have said, Nah, I ain't doing that. I'm not ready for that right now. I don't want to do that right now. I'm good. I'm good. I'll just do what I've been doing. I'm good. I'm good.
Hmm.
But you didn't. You said, you know what? If that's how you feel, that's what we're gonna do then. I'm gonna make my music.
He gave
That's
a
it.
he gave a gentle nudge instead of a hard push.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool, man. I'm digging the vibes. I'm digging the vibes. Well, Demita, it's been great to have you here on the show. I want to know, can you tell the folks where they can find you?
Of course, I'm all over the place, you guys. On Facebook, I have two Facebook pages. I have my personal Facebook page, which I interact with people all the time, and that's Demita, Demita Northern on Facebook. I also have my business page. It's called Blueprint of a Diva on Facebook. My husband and I have a media company called Street Fame Media, which is also on Facebook. I'm on TikTok at Divas Blueprint, and I'm also on Instagram at Demita Northern 5.
Well, I appreciate that. And since you've been here for the first time, Demita, you have now become part of the Let's Chat and Jam fam, which
Yes,
means you don't have to wait for me to tap into you anymore. You can tap into my DMs and say, hey, MC, I got a new song that I got coming out. I got a book that I'm writing, or I've been casted into a film. Whatever it is you're doing, Demita, it's important to me, and I want to know about it.
yes,
So when
sir.
you tap into my DMs, I'm going to look into my calendar and I'm going to pick a date and I'm going to say, deal, you in the show, let's go. But that's how easy it is when you're in the fam. So, Demita from Tennessee, welcome to the Let's Chat and Jam fam.
I'm so honored to be here, and I've always believed in, as my husband tells me, reciprocity is the key to everything.
I appreciate that. And I'm not expecting anything in return but you to just keep on making good music.
It doesn't cost anything to like and share a friend's business.
Well, I appreciate that. And now there it is. Like, share, and subscribe, folks. If you like what you seen, you like what you heard, make sure you go like, share, subscribe, and tell everybody about Let's Chat and Jam and Undiscovered Gems. But most importantly, tell everybody about Demita and her music.
Yes,
All
please.
right
I'm
now.
asking for everybody to do that for me, please. If one makes it, then we all make it.
Did I say that I was going to play the song? I didn't even put that in there. I got to do a lot of editing on this one. So coming up right now, we're gonna close out the show with the song "Hypnotic" by Demita. All right, I did that. Okay, now our last segment, which is going to be the hot seat. Well, your story. So I'm going to give you your time to shine. You got about 5 minutes at the max, or the least. Depends on how you feel.
Okay.
So here you go. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay.
So basically, talk about your life, your beginnings, your humble beginnings. Talk about the music and where it came from, and then talk about where you're at now. Talk about what you got coming up and what you want people to make sure you come out and see me. Wherever, if you're doing anything. So carry on, do your thing. I'm gonna mute myself. All right.
Well, hey, everybody. And first of all, I'd like to thank MC Andrew for the opportunity to be on with you guys today. My name is Demita Northern. I am originally born and raised Nashville, Tennessee. Now I'm a proud resident of Clarksville, Tennessee. My beginnings came from at the age of 6, sitting on the piano stool with my grandmother, maybe younger than 6. She was a classically trained pianist. Her name was Catherine Malone. Um, she made me a lover of music. My mother was a singer. My aunt come from a musically inclined family. Um, I love making music. It's not for the money. It's not for the fame. It's just something that I love to do. I am currently have a management team. I'd like to give a shout out to my personal assistant, Mrs. Faith Berry Bailey. I call her my own little personal Mary Poppins because everything I need is in that magical black bag that she carries. My husband, Michael Northern, of course, he's my number one fan. He's my biggest supporter. He's my Adam, I'm his Eve, but in the good sense, not getting the forbidden fruit off that tree. But I'm his rib. God made me to be his rib, and I thank God for creating him just for me. Some of my musical influences are the old school from the 70s. I like Kool and the Gang and the OJs, the Spinners, the Four Tops, the Temptations, even the Temptations when they were with David Ruffin and Ollie Woodson. And um, I just love music. I currently will be performing actually this Saturday with a very good friend of mine, a very good, talented artist, great talented artist, Southern Soul artist. Her name is Tina Brown. We'll be performing in Bowling Green, Kentucky on this Saturday. On September 17th, I will be performing at the annual, I think it's the 50th, almost the 50th annual African Street Festival in Nashville, Tennessee at Hadley Lillard Park in Nashville, Tennessee. It's a historically black park. They bring the communities together. I like to give a shout out to everyone that has supported me, um, and those that haven't. That's okay because um, that is King George say the train gonna keep on rolling. So to everyone that has supported me in every endeavor, whether I've done a paid event or whether I've done a free event, because like I said to me, it's not about the money. Sometimes you have to use your time and talent to give back. So I appreciate that everyone that's giving me a platform to perform my music. I like to give a very special shout out to my D Network TV family. I love you guys. Will always be there. Thank you for the optional and exceptional work that you guys are doing to bring us indie artists, giving us a platform that we can be proud of. Just know that if you see me, I'm never one that's going to be too high up on my horse to converse with my fans. Um, I'm always willing to take photos. I'm always willing to sign autographs. We have merchandise that's coming up. I just ask that you all please support me. Follow me in all of my social medias. I do interact. I don't have a robot interacting for me. It's me. If you're sending me a message, it's actually me that you're talking to. So I don't have anybody that's answering questions for me or interacting. I do interact with everybody that I'm friends with on all of my platforms. Just remember to follow me, like I said, at Demita Northern on Facebook, Blueprint of a Diva on Facebook, Demita Northern 5 on Instagram, and Divas Blueprint on TikTok. Have new music coming out soon. Be looking for that. And I'm pretty sure that my good friend here, MC Andrew, is going to get the first dibs on the release. So we will make sure everybody has that. Please, you guys, keep in contact with me. Send me messages, words of encouragement. The way that you uplift me, I'll definitely uplift you. And to my musical influencers and inspirations, if you're seeing this, India Arie, Jill Scott, Erica Badu, you guys lit a fire in me and a spark in me that I don't think anybody could ever put out. So always remember, you may not be everyone's cup of tea, but you are someone's glass of fine cognac. Peace and blessings, everyone.
Yeah, now that was dope, man. I can't wait to put that out. I'm gonna isolate that big time. I'm gonna send that to you as soon as we get done. But
Okay.
I want to say thank you for coming through, Demita. It has been great having you here. It's been actually eye opening, and I can't wait to hear more of your music, especially your new joints.
Yes, sir.
Uh, and oh man, it's gonna be dope, folks. It's gonna be dope. I can't wait. And
Me either.
so,
Let's do it.
so let me just say this, folks. If you have a dream, if you have a goal or a passion, and you just want to do what you love to do, follow your dreams, then go ahead and go for it. Just like Demita has and her husband has. They went for their dreams. And because no one can stop you but yourself. And nothing beats a failure but a try.
And always remember a deferral, a dream deferred does not mean it's not.
I'm digging the vibes, man. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really
Thank
do
you so much.
appreciate it. Yep. And I can't wait to see you again. We're going to be seeing you again on Sunday.
Sunday at p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be there.
I'll be there at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But thank you so much for coming through, Demita. Well, it's going to be a lot of editing tonight. Yeah,
Well, thank
I'm
you so much, MC. I really do appreciate everything, and I'm eternally grateful.
now a lot of stuff ain't going to be reheard. Now, after everything that we said, there's some things you're not going to hear again unless you come right to YouTube and check out this video. So uh, you can check out this video anytime you want. Take whatever clips you want out of it. Screen record whatever you want to record, whatever are the most important things that stand out to you, and use them and share them with your people.
Don't worry, it will. I am a social media marketing guru.
Oh, I'm so glad I interviewed you. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go now because we've been talking for quite a while and it's time to roll out. So
Thank you. Bye,
thank you for your
everybody.
time.
Thank you.
All right. Now you be safe.
You too. Bye bye.
All right. Now, bye-bye now. Ooh, that was Demita. Demita, folks. That was Demita. Tap into Demita on all platforms. She's everywhere, folks. She is everywhere. And well, I'm gonna roll up out of here. I don't have a ending video yet, but I will. Believe me, I will. You too. So thank you for tapping in. Thank you for joining us. You be safe out there. Peace.